Hello, everybody. It is my favorite time of the week for Local Hero. So greetings to all my friends in Maryland's beautiful 8th Congressional District, across Maryland and across the country who are tuning in. This is the time when we get to recognize the people who make life in the 8th District so wonderful for everybody. And my guest today, my local hero, is Vilma Najera, who is the principal at Watkins Mill High School. She was just recognized as the Hispanic Educator of the Year by the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and she's had an amazing career in the Montgomery County Public Schools, beginning as a student in the Montgomery County Public Schools. But prior to becoming the principal at Watkins Mill, she had been an acting principal at Brown Station Elementary, and she was the assistant principal at Quince Orchard, and before that was at Springbrook and at Clarksburg. And so she's contributed as a teacher, as a principal throughout the county, and there are a number of projects she's involved in I wanted to talk to her about. But first, Vilma, congratulations on being recognized as local hero and all these wonderful notices and awards you're receiving.
Oh, thank you so much. Truly honored.
We're really delighted. Before we get into it, just say a word about what it's like to have grown up in our community. And I know you went to Walter Johnson High School yourself, and to have been a kid here, and how that influences and informs your work as a teacher and as a principal.
Right. No, it's truly an honor, right, to serve where I started as far as high school. My high school experience at WJ was great. And I always wanted to be a teacher and be in education. And so I didn't even consider going anywhere else but Montgomery County. So it was a way to give back to my county, to my community, and to just the students that we serve every day. So it's an honor.
And it must be a very meaningful thing to your students, either in your teacher capacity or in your principal capacity, that you feel that our school system is the place that you want to devote your life and your energy to. That must be a wonderful experience for them to have, right?
Yeah, I think because I started teaching at Watkins Mill and now I'm principal at Watkins Mill, like the stories and my experience I can share with my students is great. And now I have former students who have children here that come back. So it's like full circle. It's like, oh my gosh.
Right. Well, and they can also see the principal not as somebody completely removed and kind of extraterrestrial, but somebody who comes really right out of the community as a teacher and as a student as well. Well, look, tell us about the Minority Scholars Program that I've been hearing a lot about, and I know you've been a key motivating force in that. Would you explain that to us?
So the Minority Scholars Program is a student-led organization that focuses on closing the opportunity gap. And that started a little bit over 17 years ago at Walter Johnson High School. Then I was introduced to the Minority Scholars Program when I was at Clarksburg. I met Mike Williams, who was one of the co-founders of the Minority Scholars Program, and we just connected with the vision and the mission of what the kids can do and what they are capable of doing and how they impact change, right? Or create change within our county. And so since then, there's an MSP chapter in every high school now, in over about 20 middle schools. And I think actively we have about 6 to 10 at the elementary level. And what the students do is they talk and address barriers and issues of race and inequity within the educational program and within their schools, and have those conversations with administration and then make change in their schools. So that work has been done for over 17 years, and it's amazing work, and it's definitely left an impact and a change in Montgomery County and in the communities that the kids lead in.
Well, so we explain how it has a positive and productive effect for the young people who get involved.
So personally, right, you see them evolve as leaders and advocates, right? And they have this social justice lens, and they create a movement, right? And it's infectious. And they tell you, like, here's the things that are getting in the way of education in certain spaces. Let's do something about it, right? And then once the kids share that, we act on it. So recently, actually yesterday, MSP organized a countywide rally, an anti-hate, anti-bias rally that every school did. They coordinated it, they posted it all over social media, and it was something that at the elementary, middle school, and high school level, they participated in. So things like that to raise awareness, to make change, and you just see them grow and evolve into these magnificent leaders and like young people that are just get it.
That's terrific. Have you been involved in a similar group among educators to empower? I can't remember how it's defined. It's the minority educators group. Is that
The Poder group. So Poder
yeah.
in Spanish, right, means to be
Oh,
able to, and also power, right? And this group, it started over, I think before, a little bit before 2020 and before we were in quarantine. And it started as a group of Latina educators within Montgomery County creating an affinity space, right? And then it evolved into a platform and an organization that advocates for Latino students, for Latino educators, a network opportunity, and just a voice, right, for the Latino educators here in Montgomery County.
yeah, that's wonderful. I mean, tell me what you're, as a principal, what you think um, about this. There's been news recently about how Montgomery County, I think, is the most religiously diverse county in the United States of America. It's certainly one of the most ethnically and racially diverse counties in America. And I like to think that we're showing how the future is going to work in the country, but a lot of people, if like the LGBTQ kids get together or the Jewish students get together or the Latino students get together, a lot of people feel like threatened by that could be divisive rather than bringing people together. And I wonder how you manage that, how you empower kids through particular communities, but that it becomes a strengthening thing for the entire community and people don't feel left out.
Right. I think it's all in how you approach it, right? I think it's creating a true sense of belonging in your school, in your community. It's not an either or, it's not a competition. It's we are all here and we all embrace each other's diversity, right? I think Montgomery County, we are very fortunate to have such a diverse community. And what I find here at my school at Watkins Mill is that we are very inclusive and very open to all cultures and to all like perspectives. And so it's truly just validating someone's person, their experience, and just hearing kids out. Because truly in the end, it's like students want a voice, they want a place, and they want to feel like they belong. And that's what we do as educators, right? That's our responsibility, is to make the child feel seen. Yeah.
And I understand from your work that you always make sure it's a source of empowerment and strength and never a source or a cause for exclusion or division, which
Exactly.
is,
Yes.
What people are so afraid of in these times with so much division and polarization in the country. Well, look, we're so grateful for everything you've done. I wonder if you would just give us a sense of where you think young people are today. They have so many challenges that we didn't have growing up, with things like COVID-19 and climate change and the polarization and the division and so on. How would you characterize where young people are and give us your thoughts about where we need to go?
No, I think I live off of young people, right? It's like I think where we are is if we give students a space and a voice and empower them, right? And hold them to very high expectations, they're going to excel and they're going to be great. I am encouraged by how far ahead students are as far as having discussions about inequities and race and just all that in a space that when I was in high school, we didn't even have those conversations, right? And I do understand we're in a forever evolving world and mental health is very important. And I think our kids are beginning to advocate for themselves on mental health. I think we need to provide more resources for our students, but I think they're able now to say, hey, I need help. You know what I mean? And so I am just encouraged by, we're going to be in good hands and we're going to have some smart, sharp leaders who get it and get it way better than we did. And I'm encouraged.
That's Vilma Najera, our local hero for Friday, October 18th, the principal of Watkins Mill, and a real principal strategic actor for young people and for education in Montgomery County. So thank you so much for everything you do, Vilma, and congratulations on being our local hero.